Florian Richard Wirtz. To Liverpool fans, he's the magician in midfield. To Germany, he's the golden hope. But to Florian himself? He's still just the kid who grew up with a ball at his feet, chasing a feeling that only the game could give him. Florian Richard Wirtz is a German professional footballer who plays as an attacking midfielder or forward for Premier League club Liverpool and the Germany national team. He is widely regarded as one of the best attacking midfielders in the world. Born on May 3, 2003, in Pulheim, a small town near Cologne, Germany, Florian's story doesn't begin in a stadium of roaring fans, it begins in the backyard, in the streets, wherever a ball could roll. Florian Wirtz is dating Aliyah Mohammed, also known as Aliyah Klassen, and their relationship began in 2022 during a crucial chapter of his career. As Wirtz battled back from a serious cruciate ligament injury, Aliyah was by his side offering emotional support, which laid the foundation for their bond. Beyond their personal connection, Aliyah has built her own presence as a fashion and lifestyle influencer on TikTok and Instagram, where she shares stylish content with her growing audience. She's also been a regular face in the stands, cheering Wirtz on at big moments such as the Euros in 2024 and Bayer Leverkusen's DFB Pokal triumph that same year, proving she's more than just a partner, she's a constant source of encouragement both on and off the pitch. His parents weren't pushing him to be a star, they simply gave him the freedom to play. And play he did, obsessively, relentlessly, joyfully. That joy was what defined him from the start. From the moment he could walk, Florian seemed to carry a ball as naturally as a toy. His older sister, Julianne, was also a footballer, and the two of them spent hours competing, pushing each other, learning the game not from textbooks or diagrams, but from pure repetition and love. In many ways, that sibling rivalry was his first real academy. By the time he was 7, Florian joined the youth system of SV Grunweiss Brauweiler, where it became obvious that this wasn't just another kid with some talent. His vision, his awareness, his composure, things you expect from seasoned pros, were already visible in a boy barely tall enough to look over a defender's shoulder. And soon enough, the bigger academies came calling. Florian made the move to 1. FC Köln, one of the most respected clubs in German football for youth development. Here, his talent exploded. Coaches couldn't stop talking about his creativity, his decision-making, the way he made football look effortless. While most teenagers were struggling to adapt to competitive environments, Florian thrived. But his journey wasn't without controversy. In 2010, he was snatched away by Bayer Leverkusen, Köln's rival, sparking outrage among some fans who felt betrayed by the move. But for Florian and his family, it wasn't about rivalry, it was about growth. Leverkusen offered a clearer path to the first team, and that path turned out to be golden. At just 17 years old, Florian Wirtz made his debut for Leverkusen's senior squad in 2020, becoming the youngest player in the club's history to play in the Bundesliga. Think about that for a moment. While most teenagers were worrying about school exams, Florian was facing Bayern Munich defenders. And not only did he hold his own, he scored, becoming the youngest goalscorer in Bundesliga history at the time. That was the moment the world outside Germany started paying attention. Suddenly, scouts, pundits, and fans were labeling him the next big thing. For some, that title can feel like a curse, it creates crushing pressure. But for Florian, it became motivation. He never played like someone trying to live up to expectations, he played like someone enjoying every touch of the ball. His rise continued year after year. Injuries tested him, sure, but he came back stronger each time. His resilience, both mental and physical, became one of his defining traits. He wasn't just a technically gifted midfielder, he was a fighter, someone who refused to let setbacks define his story. By 2024, the inevitable happened, the Premier League came calling. And not just any team, Liverpool. The same club that had been home to legends like Steven Gerrard, Mohamed Salah, and Luis Suarez. Signing for Liverpool wasn't just a career move, it was a statement. Florian Wirtz was no longer just Germany's prodigy, he was stepping onto the global stage, in one of the toughest leagues in the world. And Liverpool fans immediately saw what made him special. His first touches, his ability to create something out of nothing, his intelligence on and off the ball, it all stood out. In a league where pace and power dominate, Wirtz brought something different, artistry. He wasn't just playing football, he was painting with it. When Liverpool came calling in June 2025, splashing £100 million to make him their most expensive signing ever, it wasn't just a transfer, it was the start of a new chapter. Wirtz himself declared boldly that he wanted to win everything, and Liverpool fans instantly believed him. At Anfield, the pressure is fierce, but so is the love, and Wirtz has already given glimpses of why he was worth the price. His early matches have been a learning curve. Facing the pace and physicality of the Premier League is no small adjustment, but even in the quiet games, you can feel the anticipation. Then there are those flashes. A clever run splitting defenses, a silky dribble in tight spaces, a perfectly weighted pass that turns half chances into near goals. Against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League, he didn't score, but he lit up the pitch, drifting into pockets of space, linking with new teammates like Alexander Isak, and having more touches in the opposition box than anyone else on the team before being subbed. Those are the little sparks that make fans lean forward, knowing the fire is coming. What makes him even more lovable is what lies beyond the pitch. Off the field, Wirtz is grounded, family-oriented, and thoughtful, a reminder that beneath the records and trophies, he's still the boy who honed his craft on tight youth pitches, dreaming big. He was named Germany's Player of the Year in 2024-25, not just for his stats but for the way he carried a team, lifted fans, and showed maturity well beyond his years. At Liverpool, Arne Slot has reminded fans that greatness takes time, that chemistry is built, not bought. And while pundits like Didi Hamann have cautioned that he must adapt quickly, the belief around Anfield hasn't wavered. Because when Wirtz drifts into space, when he threads a pass through the smallest of gaps, when he hovers at the edge of the box with that calm assurance, he feels like a promise waiting to be fulfilled. For Liverpool fans, it's not about whether he'll deliver, but when. Every touch of the ball carries the hint of magic, every game feels like a page in a story still being written. Wirtz has the artistry to make defenses dizzy, the ambition to chase every trophy, and the hunger to prove himself on the biggest stage. The kid from Fulham has grown into a superstar, and at Anfield, with the cop behind him, the world is waiting for that first iconic moment. And when it comes, it won't just be a goal, it'll be the beginning of a legend in red. But even with the spotlight brighter than ever, Florian has kept himself grounded. He doesn't live like a superstar chasing headlines. Off the pitch, he's quiet, focused, and family-oriented. He isn't married and doesn't have kids, choosing instead to focus on his career and personal growth. His estimated net worth of around $15 million reflects his growing success, but for Florian, money is secondary to the joy of the game. For the German national team, Florian has become more than just another talented midfielder, he's a symbol of hope. In a footballing nation that has seen legends like Schweinsteiger, Ozil, and Kroos, there's always the question, who's next? And Florian's name is the one on everyone's lips. He represents not just talent, but the future of German football, a future where creativity, vision, and heart lead the way. But here's the thing that makes his story relatable, Florian isn't superhuman. He's just someone who never let go of the joy he felt kicking a ball as a kid. That's what keeps him balanced. That's what keeps him human, even as the world labels him a star. And maybe that's the real magic of Florian Wirtz. To Liverpool, he's a magician in midfield. To Germany, he's a golden hope. But deep down, he's still that kid from Fulham chasing the game he loves. So next time you watch him glide past defenders or thread a pass that seems impossible, remember, you're not just watching a footballer. You're watching a dream in motion, one that began with a boy, a ball, and an endless desire to play. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Florian Wirtz has what it takes to become one of the greatest midfielders of his generation? And do you believe he can carry both Liverpool and Germany to new heights in the years ahead? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to see what you think. And if Florian's story inspired you, share this video with someone who's chasing their own dream, no matter how far away it feels. Because if Wirtz has shown us anything, it's that passion, patience, and persistence can turn even the wildest childhood dreams into reality.